tomorrow. There were some amazing games over the weekend. Ghana becoming one of the countries to qualify on Thursday in the first round of the qualifying matches. But there are still some games to come tomorrow as well. And so we'll tell you exactly who has qualified for the tournament in Cote d'Ivoire next year, who still has a chance to qualify, and what the permutations are as far as those ones are concerned. There were some really good dead rubber games with nothing at stake. Nigeria absolutely thumping Sao Tome and Principe by 6-0 to complete a 16-0 aggregate victory against that one team. They beat them 10-0 in the first leg alone, and then beat them 6-0 in the return leg. Osimhen alone, over the 2 games, scored 7 goals. It's crazy. Okay, so we'll play back that game for you here on the show. The Black Stars, of course, were in action on Thursday. They're in action again on Tuesday against Liberia in an international friendly game. We'll tell you how you can watch that and look back at Chris Hughton's first 4 games in charge. What patterns have you picked up? Have you been impressed with the team? After 3 matches, there was a lot of criticism. And then we said, okay, it's only been 3 games. You've seen another one. They've not qualified for the AFCON. Judge them by what you've seen. Have you been impressed with Chris Hughton? And what must we do to be competitive in Cote d'Ivoire in just 4 months' time? AFCON is just 4 months away. We'll talk about that. Elsewhere, trouble in Germany. They'll host Euro 2024 next year, but their national team is in complete disarray. Since getting kicked out of the group stages at the 2022 FIFA World Cup, they have suffered an even more embarrassing defeat to Japan, the same team that knocked them out at the World Cup. They beat them 4-1 in Germany in a friendly that resulted in Hansi Flick getting sacked. He's only won 12 games out of 25 matches since taking charge. In fact, he's lost 4 of the last 5. He's no longer the head coach of that team. How can they turn that around and put in a competitive appearance in the tournament they will be hosting? There's more trouble at Man United. Anthony is in trouble. The whole assault against his girlfriend is not forcing him to stay away from the club. So he's become the second Man United player in the last 12 months alone to now be in some kind of suspension or self-suspension, if you like, as a result of sexual assault. Of course, after Greenwood's situation, now Anthony is next. He is staying away from the club to deal with his sexual assault allegations back in Brazil, where he's facing investigations for apparently or allegedly physically assaulting his girlfriend. What impact will this have on the Man United team? Paul Pogba has been charged and suspended for failing an anti-doping test. What is going on with Paul Pogba himself? And then we'll wrap up with some tennis, of course, because Novak Djokovic has got that 24th, and there was history also for Coco Gauff, first American teenager to win the US Open since Serena Williams in 1999. All of that to come, plus the Para Games, where the Black Challenge are champions of Africa. The show is live and interactive on social media, brought to you, of course, by Pride Bet. I'll tell you a bit about them. Also, Hunters, as well as Syntex Tank. Okay, that's that. Those are our sponsors. Very grateful for them. Pride Bet, Syntex Tank, as well as Hunters. Today, the show will be very message-centric, very audience-centric. So we'll be showing your messages on the screen. We'll be reading them. Every time we come here, we never have enough time for your messages. Today is the day we have enough time for all of your messages. So get in touch with me. Use the hashtag SportsZone on Twitter, and then on WhatsApp is 0551 575757 0551 575757. We've got a lot to cover. But we've got a lot to cover as far as your messages are concerned as well. Good evening once again. Welcome to the show. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. My name is Fentio Tahiro Fentio. We are on from now till 10 p.m. All right? Your best Monday night show. Any other Monday night show is Bagawaya. This is the real Monday night show. The reason I said today the show will be very, very audience-centric, we'll read a lot of your messages, is because I have one less person to talk to. Okay, so today I have just one guest. Daniel Cranting is joining me. How are you, gentlemen? Today you are dressed like you should be hosting the show with suit black and black.
Brown.
You've overdressed.
But I like that. Dressed like Let's change. Let's change. Come and sit here.
The director is praising my outfit. He said it looks nice on TV.
He's married. Leave him alone. Yeah, I'm on the lookout. If I see anybody moving to you, I'll choke.
Anyway, Karim, how are you? Karim is here as well. You good? Karim, hold on. Why have you buttoned your jacket all the way? Okay, etiquette of jackets. If you are standing, you don't button remove the bottom one. Remove the bottom. Thank you. Now you are good.
I told Daniel if you did this, I'll walk away.
Remove the bottom one. Now you see, now you look nice. Thank you.
I told you I was going to walk away if you do this.
Thank you. Next time, you wear some nice watch.
Watch is not part of my dress.
No. We'll use your monthly, your entire monthly allowance to buy a watch. Then you fast for the rest of the month. Anyway,
Karim.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
You look very nice.
Thank you.
You look very nice. Anyways, Sports Zone is brought to you by Hunters. Let me tell you a bit about them. They're introducing the Hunters Red Apple Cider, a crisp and refreshing beverage that's perfect for any occasion. Okay, it's made from hand-picked apples and crafted using traditional techniques. Hunters Red Apple Cider is bursting with natural apple flavors and a hint of sweetness. So it really is that good. In fact, Hunters has an amazing range of products. The newest one is a red apple cider. Okay, so whatever your refreshment needs are, and these days today was really hot. So when you sit together for any kind of refreshment needs, make sure that there is Hunters in there. Okay, do that. Enjoy it on its own, the Hunters, or you can even pair it with another drink or a favorite meal of your choice. And either way, it gives you a very satisfying experience on a cool day, on a hot day, whatever your refreshment needs are. Make sure it's a Hunters drink. Okay, Hunters Red Apple. It's got real apples, another quality product from Casa Preco. If you want bulk pictures, just call them 0262 351251. 0262 351251. The show is also sponsored by Pride Bet. And Pride Bet. Do you like the sound of free? Who does it? Daniel, you like the sound of free?
I like it.
Free is good.
It's very good, man.
Yes. Simply register with Pride Bet and you get to enter the free daily sports quiz to win 25,000 every day. Sports quiz. Did anybody say sports quiz? Okay. Sports quiz there. All the knowledge we are packing here, it's crazy. The institutional knowledge we have. So maybe we'll start playing some. Okay, not maybe. We'll start playing some. 25,000 Ghana cedis. We'll change Karim's life. What are you waiting for? So just visit pridebet.com.gh now to play. All new players also get a 100% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Brian Niagro, Pride Bet. Pride Bet, let's go. It's regulated, of course, by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. So, playing sports quiz, amazing. 25,000 Ghana cedis could be yours. And a lot of you, I know a lot of our viewers know a lot about sports. So you never know. You think that the questions are not the questions that you are familiar with, but all you know, they are exactly the questions you are familiar with. Before you know, you're walking away with amazing money. One series and a dream bet code for weekday games is also available on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With one Ghana cedis, you can start a dream. Okay, so just go to pridebet.com.gh and click on bet slip. If you don't have a PrideBet account, you can register, of course, in the bet slip. Just enter the code, and this is the one CD code 226G8. 226G8. All right, stake one Ghana and stand the chance to win over 20,000 Ghana cedis. And then our old friends, Syntex Tank, are also here, long-time sponsors of this show. We're very grateful. Whatever your water tank needs are, they will guarantee it for you. Okay, whatever your preferred color is, they will guarantee it for you. Whatever your preferred layers are, they will guarantee it for you. Whether double layer, single layer, they are the ones that are manufacturing water tanks with all that kind of variety. Okay, as many layers as you want, you can really choose. Just remember, no matter your water needs, Syntex has it. Okay, Syntex tank, are you strong, are you tough? They have over 300 agents nationwide. If you call them, just mention my name. You want the Fentio discount, and you get a very nice discount. Okay, you can call them on 0244-335168. 0244-335168. Syntex tank, are you strong, are you tough? All right, good. Now, Daniel is here. We're starting the show. Like I said, keep your messages coming because we'll have plenty of time for your messages today. All right, we'll have plenty of time for your messages today. Use the hashtag Sports Zone. That's why Karim is joining the show from the very beginning. So he's monitoring and following the hashtag to see all your messages, and then he will share them. And then those of you sending the WhatsApp messages to 0551 575757. Here at Sports Zone, we like all kinds of sports. We promote everybody, and that's why I want to begin with the Ghana Amputee national football team. My brothers and sisters, just watch this, okay? The effort these guys are putting in place. We have followed Black Stars for over 40 years. We have not seen a trophy, okay? These guys, Ghana is hosting the Paralympic Africa Games, okay? And the football team has won gold. They beat Morocco 2-1 in the final. And the effort, the journey to the final, although if you see the jerseys they're wearing, the support they received at the McDan Park, I was absolutely flabbergasted, very surprised, but really happy that Ghanaians turned up and showed a lot of support for these people. My producer, Kwame Benaya, is the one that's been covering them from the very beginning, and he was there to see them lift a trophy. He has never seen the Black Stars lift a trophy. 1 week of following the Amputee team, he has seen them win the African Amputee Paralympic football tournament. So he was there, and he filed this report. Let's just watch. We'll be right back.
Black Challenge entered the final seeking revenge over the Moroccans, having lost 2-1 to the North Africans at the group stage. The Moroccans started the game much stronger as they posed more threat in attack to Team Ghana, forcing goalkeeper Razak Seydou into making saves. They eventually broke the deadlock in the 38th minute through a beautiful curler into the top left corner after a mistake by midfielder Alote, who gave the ball away cheaply in midfield. The Black Challenge started the second half much better as they kept on mounting pressure on the Morocco defense. After a series of pressure, the football gods finally smiled on the Ghanaian side in the dying numbers of the game as Hamza Mohamed finished off a beautiful team move to bring Team Ghana back on level terms. As the place erupted with the crowd singing and cheering them on, Team Ghana took advantage of the momentum and took the lead. Captain Richard Atta scored a beautiful worked free kick to complete and give the Black Challenge a 2-1 lead in extra time to win the trophy for the team. Richard Atta and coach Stephen Richard Obeng both spoke to Joy Sports.
The land belongs to us. We have to defend it. We've defended it. We've made our families proud. We've made Ghanaians proud. We will forever be proud of this achievement. And Ghana will forever remember us. Because this is what we aim to do. And we've really done it in a marvelous way. I had wanted to present a trophy to our president, Nana Akufo-Addo. So by hook or crook, the trophy must remain. So when the ball came, I remembered that promise that I made to myself that no, we have to meet Akufo-Addo and present the cup to him. So this should be the win. It came and I did the dealing. The first time ever in Africa Para Games, and Ghana, we are hosting and we are winning. We came to your office and I told you we were going to make it. And by the special grace of God and hard work, here we are, going to lift the maiden trophy of the first African Para Games right here in Accra Magdan Park. It's super excitement for the team and the whole of Ghana. It's not a revenge. Vengeance is of the Lord. So we gave everything to Lord, we did our part, and we came back stronger than before when we played them in the group stage. What next is the African game, which is coming on next year, April. That's a big target, you know. You can see the teams which came. It wasn't an easy team, and in the AFCON, it's not going to be easy. So we are going to prepare fully. That is why we need the league in Ghana to kickstart soon, so we can have the players we want to represent Ghana very well and still maintain the championship of Africa.
The trophy has been hoisted. Champions Ghana. Congratulations, Ghana, for emerging champions of the first African Para Games Amputee football.
Wow, amazing, 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 amazing. So the Black Challenge are African Paralympic champions, okay? All the other competitions that Ghana has entered in these Paralympic Games, Ghana has been kicked out. Basketball, amputee basketball, amputee tennis, amputee amputee everything out except the amputee football team, who did a wonderful job. The Deputy Minister met them earlier today, I believe, and made good on some promises they made their team. And you heard the captain there said they want to go and present the trophy to the president as well, so hopefully something good comes from there. And this team has been really good as well. I think 2 years ago they won the African Amputee football tournament, the African Amputee Africa Cup of Nations. So they have been a really good team for a while, and some of them actually play professionally in Turkey, and Turkey has the world's biggest amputee football league in the world. So you know, it's not really this team is no joke. And yet, the last time they won, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, Daniel and I were still at our former employer. And we did a story where they refused to come to Ghana, remember? They said they needed all their monies paid or else before they were not coming. So we shouldn't be treating our our national heroes like that, okay? They go, they play a tournament, they win the tournament, and then they're owed a lot of money, so they said, we're not coming home until you pay us all the money. And they just kept staying there. Eventually, that was sorted. But they're back home, of course, and they won the trophy. So massive congratulations to them. The closing ceremony of the African Paralympic Games is the first ever, and it's Ghana that is hosting Accra specifically. And it is a test event ahead of the Africa Games to be hosted next year in Accra as well. Daniel, quick words on that?
Oh, happy for them.
Yeah.
You mentioned it. Look, they've been a lot of hard work has gone in it, and the confidence of the head coach, the confidence of the captain. When you put in that much work, you know that you'll be repaid, and I'm really happy for them. Yeah. I'm just hoping that the promises that they gave them before will be honored at the end of this, because what is good work without pay? They need to be rewarded for this exceptional job they've done.
Fantastic. Another update for you guys, okay? Ghana is participating in the qualifying event for the Olympic Games in Paris 2024 in boxing. We went to Dakar, Senegal, with 12 boxers, and the competition started on Saturday. Now, I can report to you that out of the 12 boxers we took to Senegal, Dakar, 8 of them are out already. And we are only on day 3 of the boxing qualifiers. 8 out of the 12 are out, knocked out. Only 4 of them remain today as we speak. And the 4 are in the quarterfinal stage. And you have to go all the way to the last 2 to try and book a place in Paris next year. Okay, so of all the boxers we took to Senegal, only 4 of them remain. The ones that remain, Joseph Comey is in the quarterfinals, not Richard Comey, the professional boxer. No, this is an amateur boxer. He's in the quarterfinals. Theophilus Alote is also in the quarterfinals. Also in the quarterfinals is Jonathan Tete, also in the quarterfinals. But the veteran amateur boxer Wahid Omar is out. Also out on the very first day was Freezy McBones. You know him. Said Jima became an internet sensation after he fought in the UK. He decided, and it was a professional fight. Now the Olympic Games allows you to fight at the amateur division if you have a limited number of professional fights. So he decided he wanted to represent Ghana at the Olympic Games. But you have to qualify first. So he came, he trained with the Black Bombers, went to Senegal with them. In his very first fight, okay, he lost to a Senegalese opponent. After he spoke and he said he did everything he had to do. In fact, he said he thought he probably should have won. Listen to him.
Everything that is too thin involved is either win or lose, you know. And I don't think anyone will go in the ring and feel like I'm going to lose this fight. I've been prepared for this fight. I've been in camp in London. I've been in camp in Accra, training with the Black Bomber squad, and we are all looking forward for this show. The game, the results I wanted, I couldn't get it. So yeah, but it was a good, fight. But I didn't get time to watch all over the fight, but I watched some piece of it, you know, and I think for what I have seen, I think I could win the fight. You know, I could win the fight because obviously pro boxer to amateur boxing is so many different. All right, in amateur boxing, it's more quick, more fast on your toes, on your feet. You know, they want to see more punches and that. And I think if you look the way I was boxing, I took back of the of fundamental of boxing. I was being on my toes. I was being on my moving my head straight up. You know what I'm saying? I was doing all of that, but I gave him a standing count, 8 standing count for the first round, you know, and they took a point of me. The reason being is that I just keep looking down. But like I said, it's a boxing. It's too thin involved, either win or lose. And we still.
All right. He said he did all he could do. He was moving, he was on his toes. Daniel.
Freezy McBreezy.
Freezy McBones.
Yeah. Look, these things happen.
Yeah.
These things happen.
He said it. 2 things are involved.
It's a setback. And if we are being honest, from the beginning, we all knew he lacked certain basics. And the basics are very, very important when it comes to amateur boxing. It's very different from professional boxing. He said it himself. It's more about trying to win points and being very technical.
Yes.
So if you lack certain things, it will certainly show when you are playing at amateur level. And for me, it's about what he wants to do in his next step. Does he want to come back and try again? If so, then
there's an opportunity in Paris itself to try and qualify. I think that's next month.
That's next month. So that will be a lot of training that he'll have to go through, because to be able to bridge the gap that we mentioned the lack of basics. To be able to bridge that gap, go there and be properly prepared to be able to compete. That's another thing. But wish him all the best. I'm not going to say that there's hope or there's more hope in the next qualification tournament. It's going to be even more difficult, trust me. But again, he has the heart of a warrior, and you don't want to bet against him to be able to do that. So we are behind you, Freezy McBreezy.
Omar Wahid. Well, he has another chance to qualify, but this guy has been competing for Ghana at amateur level since, from what I remember, Scotland. 2012, I believe, the Commonwealth Games. So he's been there a long time. He will not be going to Paris, at least not from Senegal. But there are other opportunities. I think one more opportunity for the boxers to try and qualify. But that competition is in Paris. It's in France. So even getting resources to enter that competition itself become another massive problem. That is where Samuel Techi, I am reliably told, is trying to go and qualify. He didn't go to Senegal, Dakar with them, but he has an interest, of course, in competing at the Olympic Games again, because he only has, I think, 2 or 3 professional fights under his belt. His dispute with the team He didn't go to Senegal. He only has that one more chance to try and qualify, and he has to do it in Paris, in France, later in the year. So hopefully that happens. But for now, we still have 4 boxers in the car trying to get tickets to the Olympic Games. So let's see what happens at the end of the competition. It's running until the 15th of September. So very soon, in the next few days, you'll find out if any of our boxers are able to qualify. Karim, what have people been saying on Twitter?
Well, there are a few comments and very interesting ones. Nation Builder says, right now, if you are a right winger and you want to play for a big club, don't think of joining Manchester United.
Clearly in reference to
Anthony and Sancho.
Is it just Sancho and Greenwood?
Another one says, at GRE, says, what at all is this GFA trying to do to refuse George Afriye's lawyers entry to file his appeal papers? After all these endorsements from clubs, Kurt Amputee Sissoko is still afraid. Hey, wonders shall never end. At this point, Paul Pogba needs to go and beg his brother Matthias.
Okay, that's a message from Enam.
Yes. Then 100 years to live. He says, hi, friend.
Karim, focus on the arts. Gambero Roland. His name is there.
Oh, I see. He said, oh. Hi, friend. Be like the Amputee football team of Ghana is more productive than a certain 900 million Chelsea team.
Hey, behave.
Then Marvin says, the difference between Chelsea and the Saudi clubs is that Saudi clubs are signing finished players, while Chelsea are signing completely finished players.
Who sent you? Who asked for? Who sent you? Who sent you?
Then Pelu, he says, well done to the Ghana Amputee team. Attention hasn't always been on lesser sports in Ghana, but they've proved that efforts in such areas we will get results. Also, congratulations to our brother, official Sichu. He's lost his freedom now. More fun for us than Iki.
More fans for Sichu.
So that's it up to this point.
Congratulations to him. Congratulations to him. Let me go on WhatsApp as I indicated, and then we'll come and address a matter that somebody raised there. The message, this one says, this is from Tajdin in Sawaba Tamal. It says, good evening, fan. Black Stars match tomorrow is a good preparation for the coach. He should use the players who will be part of the team in the present and the future so that he can play them together under no pressure. He's sending that from Sawaba Tamale. Lacus inside Kokrobite says, Diamond Shaft is in trouble. I pray they regroup as early as possible for the Euro 2024 tournament. He's sending that message from Kokro. BT. Richard Donkos in Efijiase Ashanti says, I'm very sad for my Germany. We don't have talents anymore, and both Bayern Munich and Dortmund, who are supposed to raise the talents for the nation, are dominated by foreign players. Very interesting point. We'll get to that. Nana Kwame Bennington from American House Tasty Grill and Bar says, Pogba thinks he's smarter than Man United, but karma is always real. Interesting. Good evening, friend. The Black Stars need time and patience to build at the right time. We will win the AFCON, but certainly not next year. Shadrach in Apam sent in that message. Welbeck in Kumasi says, Anthony's case is a true example for everyone to fear women. 1 minute silence to fear girls. Anthony Dos Santos is hashtag Anthony Dos Santos. Interesting. Good evening, guys. I'm Bedroom Guardiola from La Paz. Sicho got married and he didn't invite me. Sigh, I'm really disappointed, but well, can you guys tell senior man Ado to remove the 10% tax from the betting because it isn't helping? I won 45k on Saturday and they took 4.5k Ghana cedis just like that. He won 45,000 and the tax took away 4,500 Ghana cedis. Danike, say something. They say the youth are lazy. So that 4,500, no, that tax, who is he going to pay?
You are sending a message to complain. You send us all the money so that when we can go and talk for you. You are sending a message to complain. Pay the tax.
Wait. Where's it? Bedroom Guardiola. Send us some of the money so that we use it to campaign for the tax to be removed. Oh?
That's how it's done. If not, pay your tax and don't disturb my life.
Back Faculty GHC is from Boston, Massachusetts, is watching us on YouTube. We're streaming, okay, on the Joy Prime channel. So you can always watch us there if you happen to be on the move or you're outside the country. He said, I want triple captain Kudus for game week 5. Advise me.
No.
The Oracle is here.
No.
Don't waste your triple captain here. All right, cool. He says he's tweeting, he's messaging us from Harvard University, Massachusetts. All right, cool. Hello, I'm Jesse from Alajo. Anthony has to resolve his issues with his girlfriend before coming back to Man United. And this one says, Sue! He says, congratulations to Sicho, aka Icardi. Fentu, I'll collect some. Okay, concourse from Coach Nibuli for you, Mutala. He sent that message. All right. Good evening, my dear senior brother Tahiru and your panelists. My name is Yakubu Abdullah Bayon from Bande. Bande is where Karim is from.
The brothers are watching me.
Karim, yes. Say hello to your people. That's Joe.
Say hello to them.
You speak your language.
Joe. Say hello to the people.
Say hello to your people. Speak Sisali to them.
I just speak Sisali to them. Actual boom. Hey.
You are shy.
Why am I shy?
Bandela, do actual mo. Do actual mo. Okay, so he says, Abdullah Ibrahim from Bande says, I'm so proud of you people. May Allah continue to bless all of you. And to continue to give us up-to-date information on what is going on in the world of sport. Greetings to my junior brother Karim and you all. He even greeted Karim. He didn't say greet him.
I'm greeting him.
I'm greeting you.
He even said he knows him.
Yes,
but he won't greet him. Oh.
I'm greeting him.
Hey, Karim. Somebody said, look at this message from Tony Trump, GH, from Sandema.
Okay.
And he says, please, Honorable Fen, today read my message. He called me
honorable.
That's the first time somebody has called me honorable. I think we need to give the Black Stars coach some time to get our team together. For God's sake, the man is unbeaten in his first 4 games in charge, so no worries. You only beat who is in front of you. That's an interesting point. All right, Daniel, let's move the conversation on. Black Stars, 2-1 victory against Central African Republic, qualification to AFCON secured. Your takeaways from the game, there were key issues. Baba Rahman was booed off the pitch. Nyama made his debut, scored in front of his own fans. Inaki Williams' problems continued, sort of. The midfield, the fluency wasn't really there. People were not exactly excited about the brand of football. But we won eventually, and we qualified for the AFCON. I don't know what your key takeaways are.
Look, very important. We have to understand what was happening then. You need to put some context into things. So you start with the squad selection. And we had 3 of our best ball progressors missing, all through injury. So whoever is naming the squad was going to struggle in that regard. And we saw it manifest on the field in terms of our ball progression. Through the midfield, it was quite difficult. In fact, the laterals, that's the 2 fullbacks, were tasked with heavy ball progression during the game, and Baba Rahman and then Aliou Dusseinu. And I think that's because of the lack of quality in the middle in that regard. But look, job done. That's how I look at things. Job done. The team showed again character at the Kumasi Sports Stadium. A goal down, having to calm down, a moment of brilliance from Kudus. Then they regrouped, came back, got the winner, 3 points, job done, finished the qualification series unbeaten. It is impossible, absolutely impossible for anybody to pick up a team as disjointed as the Black Stars and make total change in 4 matches. And let's put things into context. He's had an average of 3 training sessions or 3 days to a match in all the 4 games. So the players finish reporting about Tuesday, and then the game is on Thursday. So if you are going to see a full training session, he's had an average of, let's say, 2 sessions because morning and afternoon.
Yes.
So if you are using 6 training sessions, okay, So no, if 2 times 4, so 8 training sessions is not going to fix the problems of this Black Stars.
They weren't even training morning.
It was just one session. I'm just saying, even if we were doing 2 a day, 8 training sessions isn't going to change this. And let's not pretend like the Black Stars were in a very good place and Chris Hughton came and he's supposed to hit the ground running. No, the team is totally disjointed. The fact that they qualified for the World Cup doesn't mean they didn't go out, finish bottom of the AFCON group.
They still
last time around. They still did. It was
that's the metrics we are measuring them with from the last AFCON.
Exactly. So this thing will take time. And I'll say it again. Look, when you are lucky to have somebody with the quality and experience of Chris Hughton, I would bet on him. I would allow him to work. I would give him that time to work. It's not going to happen in 4 games.
You think the patience is required?
The patience is, look, it is very necessary. We can't press the panic button now and sack him. And bring who? Seriously, and bring who? We've changed how many head coaches in the past couple of years? We are chopping and changing players. We need stability.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody who can provide stability for the price we are willing to pay, Chris Hughton is way too experienced for us to press the panic button now. For me, I'll be patient and I'll give him the time. I really don't see why people are screaming for his head after 4 matches. 4 matches.
It was happening after 3.
After 3, he's unbeaten after 4 games. He's qualified as top of a
4 goals scored, group, 2 conceded.
2 conceded, unbeaten in the whole qualification series. People are losing away against Central African Republic.
They say we are struggling against Minos.
Are we winning?
Madagascar, we didn't win.
We beat Madagascar
at home, but we went and we struggled.
Did Madagascar qualify? No. Did we qualify? Yes. Did we qualify comfortably? Yes, we did. So
it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't comfortable.
It was very comfortable.
No, it wasn't.
If anybody finishes top of their group and
when Central African Republic scored in Kumasi, Ghana was heading out of the competition.
We were not.
So you were.
Angola were drawing.
You were.
Angola had to score for us to drop. Angola never scored. We were never at any point third. Even if we lost the game, we still have qualified. Angola didn't win. But the point of the fact of the matter is that let's be patient. There's still a lot of time from now to the AFCON. We have 2 friendly, in fact, 1 tomorrow, 2 in October. Then we have another 2 competitive games in November before we'll have a couple of friendlies, which are World Cup qualifiers. We'll have a couple of friendlies in December before the AFCON. So we have at least about 7 or 8 games where he can properly mold the squad and take them. I think we will not win the AFCON. Let's not kind of put pressure on Chris Hughton. The team is not ready to win the AFCON. But with time, I am saying that give him at least 2 competitions. By the next
At least 2 competitions.
At least 2.
He signed a contract until the end of this
year. We'll renew it when it's over and allow him to go again because this man is experienced and he's a good coach.
That's fair enough. So Chris Hughton, obviously, under a bit of pressure at the moment, and but clearly it has a friendly game against Liberia. That has to happen, and that's on Tuesday. Actually, that's tomorrow. So you can go to the Crasball Stadium to watch it. It's at 4 p.m. I've seen the prices for the tickets, like 40 cedis and 70 cedis and 50 and
30
stuff.
30 Ghana.
Yeah, there's 30 Ghana too. So
Karim bought Jollof today for 35 cedis. Jollof and Giza today for 35 cedis.
Wait. Hold on. No. Hold on. At what point did he buy the Jollof?
Around 5.
Around 5 p.m.
Why he told you I didn't eat it?
No. Hey. This morning, 5 balls of kenki.
Can you look in the camera and confess?
And confess who? I've not eaten any cake today. I've not eaten cake, so what should I say? I've not eaten cake.
No, but Karim is dangerous. Karim is a very
let me just show you all the teams that have qualified for the AFCON so far. 18 teams overall have qualified for the AFCON tournament. There they are. Cote d'Ivoire are hosts. There are 2. South Africa, Burkina Faso, Zambia, Ghana, Tanzania, Morocco, Algeria, Senegal, Egypt, Tunisia, Equatorial Guinea, Nigeria, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Cape Verde, Guinea, Angola. Benaya, I'll beat you. Where is Gambia? Gambia qualified yesterday. They played in Marrakesh. In fact, they drew 2-2 with Congo. They were in their team hotel when the earthquake happened on Friday. And they still went ahead. In fact, they slept outside, the Gambians. They slept outside. And we have Gambians watching us. So congratulations to them. They slept outside the hotel because they were afraid that the earthquake the earthquake would collapse their hotel. So they actually slept out on the compound. The following day, they played against Congo. And with 12 minutes to the end, there were 2 goals down. And they came from those 2 goals to draw 2-2 to book back-to-back AFCON tournaments now for the Gambia. They made the quarterfinals last time out after qualifying for the first time in almost 50 years. And now they've qualified again. Tom Sanfe and his boys, massive congratulations to all of you. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, more messages, and then we'll talk about Hansi Flick, Anthony's situation, and then, of course, the US Open. All of that to come here on the show. We are on the last leg. We are on our last legs of the show. This show is so exciting. I can't believe that we have just about 8 minutes left to the end of the show. It's like we just started. I'm sorry. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to take down Nike's opinion on some very interesting topics, okay? Real quick, real sharp. First one, okay, Anthony has asked for more time to stay away from Man United to deal with his physical assault charges that he's currently facing in Brazil. He was actually dropped from the Brazilian national team as a result of this matter. Now, the crux of the matter is the girl said he physically assaulted her in London back in February. Anthony released a statement and said the girl was throwing tantrums and he grabbed her. That's all he did. But the matter has now reached some level where the player is now being dropped from a national team, and now he has asked for time to stay away from Man U so he can deal with it. Daniel.
For me, I understand the decision was a mutual decision, the player and then the club, and I understand why Man United are taking that stance. After the whole Greenwood debacle, you don't want to be seen sort of supporting a player when, especially during these times.
Yeah.
We know how the world is today. And
very sensitive.
Very sensitive. Man United doesn't want to be towing that very delicate line.
They don't want to be dragged.
At all. At all. So I understand. And especially after the Brazilian national team took that stance. It would have been different if the national team had allowed him to play. That would have been easier from a Man United point of view, because we know that sometimes these things happen. You allow the investigations to go on while the guy is still playing. When they find something really concrete, and then you take a stance. But once the national team dropped him, Man United, there was also a lot of pressure on the club, and the 2 parties have taken a decision. So I understand, and it is what it is. We just
for now, we don't know, guilty or not.
We don't know.
We just have to let it go. It's a really unfortunate development, honestly, because he's already struggling at the club to settle in. Had a very average season. Many would say maybe below average. This season hasn't exactly started too well. And then there is this. Yeah, and from the footballing point of view for Man United, it's really painful, because this is the second time it's happening. With the Greenwood matter, it happened in January, and it happened just after the transfer window was closed. When Man United had allowed Martial to leave on loan, Van de Beek had left, now Greenwood's matter had happened. The same thing has happened. Transfer window is shut. Man United didn't bring in another winger. Greenwood is gone to Getafe. Anthony is now temporarily suspended. So it leaves the squad a bit light. Second matter, Pogba has failed the doping test. He didn't even play in the game against Udinese. He was on the bench. Yeah. Juventus won by 3-0. He was picked on at random for a doping test, and now they're saying that he has failed the doping test and he's been suspended. He has 3 days to bring independent analysis, okay, that prove that he is innocent. He's already struggled. The whole of last season, he played less than 200 minutes. At the start of this season, he's played, I think, 102 minutes or something like that. Yeah. It's not been the dream return at all, and it was looking good. In the last 2 games, he's come on as a substitute, and it was looking good. He's training hard at the club's facility, hoping to make that the game against Lazio this coming weekend, and then this happens. His camp has released a statement. We have released a statement where we know that he never meant to break any rule. That is what the statement says. They will cooperate with the authorities. And we've seen these things happen. We've seen some really bizarre stories, and we've heard Yaya Toure's own, if you remember, Onane's own, if you remember. I think Onana took, was this his girlfriend's pill? Some funny thing like that. We know that these things happen. So hopefully he's cleared quickly and then he can come back, because he's a super talent, and it will be very painful to see this. All right. Daniel, also, for the first time since the role of the German manager was created in 1926, they have never sacked a national team coach, Germany. since 1926, except yesterday, when they thought, Hansi Flick, who won everything possible at Bayern Munich, but couldn't get the team firing at the German national team, Die Mannschaft, he's finally been fired. Rudi Völler is taking temporary charge. He's the technical director, if you like. And they're hosting the Euros next summer. It's not going well for them.
Yes, it's not going well. For me, I think it's a whole discussion on its own. But I'll simply say, I don't think the chunk of the problem is with Hansi Flick. I think the chunk of the problem is Germany and their talent factory. There's fundamental issues, serious fundamental issues there. They don't have a centre back. They don't have a proper goal scoring number 9. And it is something that it's in their football currently. Like, if you look all around, you will not find any proper competent German centre back who can actually defend. All of them are midfielders. And that is the sad state of their football. But if there's any group of people that can identify a problem and fix it with a proper plan, it's the Germans. They've done it before. We saw from 2000 to reap the benefits at the 2014 World Cup. So I know they'll fix it. As for the next year's Euros, I don't think they will win. Whoever comes in, if he qualifies from the group, is an achievement.
US Open,
the
24th has finally arrived. Of course, now matching Margaret caused a record of 24 Grand Slam titles. That record has stood for 50 years.
Yeah.
Serena Williams tried everything possible. It didn't happen, but he did it. Novak Djokovic.
Frankly speaking, I didn't know that in my whole lifetime. I've never reached a point where female records and male records were matched up as the same. It was only when Djokovic seemed like he was all on his own, then they brought Margaret Court's record, and that is now the one that... So what it is that in the history of tennis, no man or no woman has more Grand Slam titles than Novak Djokovic.
True.
He's now out on his
Living
own.
or dead.
Living or dead. He's the greatest of all time. He has spent the most weeks as number 1. He has the most ATP Tour titles. Wherever you pass, he's the number 1. He's the greatest of all time. Federer did good. Nadal did good. But the true good has been cemented forever. Federer has retired. Nadal will retire soon. He's just delaying it. Djokovic has 5 more to go. So we are reaching 30 by 2025. We are reaching 30.
Thank you. The greatest. Coco Gauff also won the women's edition, the first American teenager to win the US Open since Serena Williams did it in 1999. She's only 19 years old, and she did wonderful. Another black girl magic. So congratulations to
Friend,
her.
I beg you before you go.
Oh, they're cutting us.
No, but let the camera just go to Carrie.
Easy.
He went to a new barber. He said he wanted to see it. He went to a new barber. He said he wanted. Isn't it nice?
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Karim. But more importantly, thank you to all of you for tuning in and for your lovely messages and making the show as fun as it is. My name is Fentio Tahiru Fentio. This has been another episode of Sports Zone on Joy Prime, brought to you by Pride Bet, Syntex Tank, and Hunters. Until next Monday, you take care and bye-bye.